Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, distinguished guests and investors. We will do this in the following form. I will introduce the startup, I will introduce the presenter. Afterwards, we are going to a video pitch. And after that, we are going into a live Q&A.
Udi Solomon, the CEO of shieldIOT.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Oded. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. My name is Udi Solomon, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of shieldIOT. shieldIOT, we're an IoT cybersecurity company, a software company. We focus on securing mass-scale B2B IoT networks, such as smart cities, connected transportation, and smart grid. The IoT market is huge, estimated at $300 billion today, with the security part exceeding $3 billion. But there are significant challenges in securing it. There's so many different devices, applications, coming from different manufacturers, running on different protocols, and with networks running to hundreds of thousands and even millions of devices. Combine that with the fact that over the last year, we had almost 10 times more attacks, not just impacting reputation, but actually creating significant financial impact and leading to the fact that today security is the #1 barrier in IoT deployments. Enter shieldIOT. shieldIOT, our vision is that enabling our security solutions, we enable our customers and partners to secure their mass-scale network. We enable them to grow, deploy additional devices and services at will. Based on over a decade of Cosets academic research in MIT, shieldIOT provides 3 unique differentiators to the market. The first one, it's agnostic. Any device or application. We worked on gateways, sensors coming from cars, meters, lighting, parking, and more. Secondly, detection accuracy. In every benchmark that was done to shieldIOT, we had at least 5 times less false alarm than competing solutions. When you talk about networks of hundreds of thousands in cities or millions in meters, that becomes critical. And the third one is mass-scale data. There's almost no limitation to the scalability of the solution, and we're able to scale to over 1 million nodes today. Before we dive into the solution, let us present the customers we work with. So there are 2 types of target customers for shieldIOT. The first one, these are global IoT brands. These are large device manufacturers that also act as service provider. And the value we provide them is not just to protect their brand, but actually to secure their existing mass-scale network while taking down their operational expenses, such as Philips Lighting in the Netherlands, E.ON from Germany, the largest energy distributor in Europe, and recently also an investor in shieldIOT and others. The second type of customers are large IoT integrators. These integrators are involved in multiple IoT B2B projects across different use cases, and shieldIOT acts as a single unique solution across all. Examples, NCS and ST Engineering in Singapore, NTT Data in Italy and Japan, and others that we already successfully piloted with, integrated, and running on different projects. Let's talk about the solution. It's a software solution, software security platform intended to secure any device or application with no need for any network changes, development resources, or unique security expertise. How do we secure this jungle of IoT? Ultimately, in this jungle, we divide it into 2 main topologies. Either devices connect to the center or to the cloud via a gateway, for example, lighting in cities or meters in the smart grid, or they might connect directly to the cloud, such as cameras or connected transportation over 4G and 5G networks. shieldIOT, we secure both channels. How? We provide 2 main security controls. The first one is a gateway security solution, software, a light agent, which is deployed on third-party Linux devices. We are a software solution provider, providing multiple layers of protection for the kernel, OS, data, network, and more. So this is one solution. But what happens when there's no gateway, or for various reasons you're not able to deploy an agent? Here on the right side, you can see the second security control we have, the AI network security. It's an anomaly detection solution that analyzes the communication between the devices and the cloud to detect the first signs of a known cyber attack and operational events. We also provide a management solution for the 2 security control, the SecOps manager, enabling cost-effective management of large-scale IoT networks. But what's the secret sauce? What's the magic here? How are we able to scale like that? How are we able to reach results of up to 20 times better than, as you can see, significant companies? The answer is we did not invent this magical algorithm to rule them all. We're not even solving directly the anomaly detection problem, but the data. We're using Cosets. Cosets are mathematical constructs that were invented, developed by our chief scientist, Professor Feldman in MIT, about 12 years ago. And what Cosets does, they compress the data in real-time streaming mode from N to log N, or from 1 million points into 20, enabling us to run multiple best-of-breed AI, ML, anomaly detection algorithms, and reach optimal results, not in hours or in days, but in minutes. And this is based not just on 3 years of research and development, but on over a decade of research supported by 6 patents pending and multiple academic papers. Some of them are with 2 in the world winners. This is Nobel Prize for Computer Science. Where is this being used? Smart cities, one of the biggest places, with market expected to reach to $237 billion by 2025. We see more and more attacks, such as this one in Atlanta, where poorly protected devices, lighting, parking, and others are used to hack the cloud and take control of the city. What's the implication? They can darken a city, for example. Here you can see an example of how we are able to protect them, either via the gateway or via the network anomaly detection, which is deployed on the service provider cloud. In this way, whether via the gateway or network, we are able to secure any device or application. Let's talk paying customers. One of the greatest achievements of shieldIOT, which we're very proud of, is Signify, previously known as Philips Lighting. Philips Lighting is the largest lighting provider in the world, with over 1 billion devices today. They selected shieldIOT to secure all their smart city gateways. More than that, during this selection process, we competed against multiple companies, Karampa Security, Mukana, Darktrace, Nanolock, and others, and we managed to win against them, not just because we had the best security, but for Philips, we were the only solution they found that can scale across these large networks and be able to support all the dozens of different product lines that they have. Incidentally, as a second phase, Philips Lighting CEO made a decision recently to launch new security services across the install base using shieldIOT in 2021. Another domain, smart buildings, where more and more devices and applications ranging from cameras to toilets to lighting, HVAC, etc., are being deployed. In this case, we were selected by NCS in Singapore. The end customer is DBS Bank, the largest bank in Singapore, for a project of 5 smart buildings, where part of the selection was because they want to add additional application, 10 new applications in the next 2 years, and with shieldIOT, they're able to do it almost seamlessly. So what is unique? Okay, we know that this market is crowded. We know that there are other solutions out there. For example, in the SCADA world, we have CyberX and Indegy that both were recently acquired that provide security for these static manufacturing facilities. But for them, they look on the context. They do deep packet inspection. They need to understand exactly what's happened. If you want to add new devices, new application, that's difficult. But this is not what shieldIOT. shieldIOT is about dynamics. It's about mass scale networks. And the 3 advantages we have are basically ability to scale, doing it very accurately, and doing it across any device or application. The business model, it's based on an annual subscription per number of protected devices. And of course, the more devices are being added, the average payment per device per year goes down. Last but not least, the team. A source of pride for us. The team is bringing up basically over 20 years of experience in leadership positions in companies such as Akamai and Checkpoint, combined with early stage startup experience and experience from the academia. Oaden is the CTO, and myself, we used to work together for Tatare, a big data analytics security company, where we worked with a lot of industrial entities such as GE and Singapore Airlines. And as a result, we left Tatare and founded shieldIOT in 2017. Professor Feldman, another key team member, following a long stay in MIT, returned, and today is also part of Haifa University. To summarize, it's a huge opportunity and it's a huge market. In the 10 minutes we spent here, over 100,000 devices have been deployed worldwide. In the 10 minutes we spent here. shieldIOT has the unique advantage of being able to scale accurately and to secure any device or application. And we are ready to scale. We have strong business traction. Just in the last 2 quarters, we had 10 successful pilots. And we invite you to join this trip with us. Thank you very much.
This is a very, very specific field industry you are in. So the first questions coming in, can you summarize once again the business model?
The business model is an annual subscription based on a number of devices combined with quantity-based discounts. As the more devices we protect, the less on average you pay per year per device. This model stands across different projects. Sometimes pricing level differs, but this is the model. You pay based on the number of devices which are protected, annual subscription.
Here comes again a marketing question. How is your sales cycle working? And again, also, what is the typically implementation cycle duration?
So the sales cycle, one of the things that we have adapted due to the corona, we actually released last quarter, we released a SaaS offering that today enabling us to do POCs instead of doing them in 6 months, doing them in 1 day, enabling us in some cases, such as with Austrian, Japan, CHT Security in Taiwan and others, to have 1 week from the first meeting until the POC starts. And that significantly cut our sales cycle, closing the technical validation quickly and moving to the business discussions. As with deployment cycles, deployment is depending on the customer size and needs. It can take anything between weeks and months, depending on also the gradual deployment. Usually we see customers start bit by bit and don't deploy 1 million devices overnight. I would add that today we are able to do everything remotely, both the POC and the deployment.
This was about your raising fund. How much are you raising now, and how do you want to imply it?
We are raising we are doing an A round of $7 million with and we have left $2 million are still left. With $5 million is by new investors or also existing investors such as Ion from Germany and Janvest Capital Partners from the US. The usage will be the following. About almost 30% goes to expand our sales efforts. We work today in Europe, increase that, also increase our footprint in APAC. We work today, we had successful pilots in Singapore, Taiwan, and Japan, and we want to leverage that. And by mid next year, we plan to also go to the US. Currently, we're building our pipeline. So this is about 30%. An additional 40% goes to extending our solutions and technology offering, extending our AI capabilities, full SaaS deployment capabilities. And I would add that an additional 15% is going to support the deployments and POCs. An additional 6% goes for the OEM and partnerships. We have identified certain domains which are not our focus, such as IoT enterprise security, telcos, and others, where we team up with partners. We're already in advanced negotiations with 2 of them to use our technology in these domains. And so this is the majority of usage of funds over the next 18 months.
I know that Udi, you told me that you have an angle with Austria. I know that you are applying also for 1 million euro grant here in Austria. Can you a little bit elaborate a little bit about the partners to IoT Trust Austria? How does that? No, what is the angle for that in your business?
So yes, part of our customers and go-to-market are with integrators, local integrators. We've teamed up earlier this year with IoT Trust, part of our DACH focus and Austria focus. We're already talking to end customers and building our operations in Austria and in DACH. This is, of course, combined with the grant applications. We want to build basically an office with sales and development capabilities in Austria. And this we look at it as the base of operation for the entire DACH region.
Thanks a lot, Udi.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.